Okay, this is part of another station for today's activity. You learned in the last video how to identify slope and y-intercept. Now we're going to take that and actually use it to graph instead of using a table of values. Okay, so graphing. Okay, make sure you have a piece of graph paper. And you need to write these in your composition book. That way you have them. Okay, so here's my first equation. Y is equal to 3/4 x plus 2. Well, we're going to identify our m and our b. M is our slope, which is 3/4, and our y-intercept is 2. Okay, now let's go on to our graph paper. What I'm going to do first, think about the alphabet. B comes before M in the alphabet, therefore you're going to plot B first. And B is 2. That is our y-intercept. So we're going to look at our graph. Our y-intercept says it's where it crosses the y-axis. And if you remember, this is our y, this is our x. So where is 2 on our y-axis? Right there. Now from that point, I'm going to move M, our slope. And remember, we've talked about this means for every 3 on our y, we move 4 on our x. We also said it's rise over run. So I'm going to rise 3 and run 4. Okay? So if I rise 3, 1, 2, 3, then run 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's where I'm going to put my next dot. From that point, I can rise 3, 1, 2, 3, and run 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And as you can see, if I were to connect those, it would be a linear function. It's a straight line. And you know this is a linear function because it doesn't fit the 4 categories. Now let's say I want to point on the other side. Well, if I went up 3, right 4, what do you think I would need to do? I need to go down 3, 1, 2, 3, and left 4. And as you can see, it falls on the line. And I can do it again. Down 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I don't have a ruler here, but I'm going to use this. And we are going to connect it. And remember, we said it needs to go all the way through the graph. Okay, let's try another one. Okay, y is equal to 5x plus negative 3. Okay, well, my slope is 5 over 1. Okay, remember, it's 5, but we need to write it as a fraction because we need to rise and run. And my y-intercept is negative 3. Okay, so what do I plot first? I'm going to plot my b, which is negative 3. And then I'm rising 5 and running 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1. Now, instead of me going up and 5 and over, I'm going to go back here. I want to point down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1. You do the exact opposite. And that makes a straight line. Now, 2 points make a line. These 2 points would make a line. The third point checks to make sure it is that you've graphed it correctly. And that's all that I'm going to require, is 1 point to the right of your y-intercept and 1 point to the left. And that is your graph. Let's do another one. So my slope, my equation is y is equal to negative 2/3 x plus 2. So my slope is negative 2/3. My y-intercept is 2. My y-intercept is 2, and that's, remember, what I plot first. Now this one's different. It says my slope is negative 2/3. So automatically you should think, well, negative means I'm going to go down. So I'm going to go down 2. And then right 3. So if I went down 2 and right 3 to get my point on this side, I need to go up 2 and left 3. Okay, again, what I did here, negative 2/3. Negative means I'm going down. So down and then right 3. Then if I go down and right 3, then I need to go up and left 3. And then connect it all the way through. And there's your graph. Now let's see if you remember how to graph this one. Y is equal to 4. We did this the other day, but if we want to identify our slope and our y-intercept, okay, I could really write this as y is equal to 0x plus 4. Okay, but I really don't need that. But my slope is 0, my y-intercept is 4. So my y-intercept is 4. And remember we talked about this the other day. Y equals 4. Every y value is 4. So how am I going to get that? A horizontal line going through 4 on the y-axis. Every y value is 4. And remember, this is a function. This is a linear function. It passes the pencil test. So with that said, you should be able to do this one. X is equal to negative 3. And remember we said the other day, when x equals a number, it's not a function. Where's negative 3 on the x-axis? And now every value has to be negative 3, so it is a vertical line going through negative 3 on the x-axis. This is linear, but it's not a linear function. Now, I cannot write x is equal to negative 3 in slope-intercept form. That's how you write it. It doesn't have a y-intercept, and your slope is undefined. You cannot, we'll talk about skiing and that type of slope in class. Okay, now you're going to do your graphing problems.